Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Slapside, and this dedicates to anybody out there that's trying to get your first nuke on Black Ops 7. A little bit about how I started getting into nukes. My first nuke was actually in Modern Warfare 2, way back in the early 2000s, and it was much easier back then because the kill streaks went towards your tactical nuke, so it was a lot easier. I remember getting it. I believe I got it in TDM. I was using the FAMAS, had the EMP, and I got my nuke. I wasn't really a person that dropped a lot of nukes because I didn't use high streaks. I didn't use the chopper gunner and all that. I used pretty basic streaks. But once Modern Warfare 3 came around, that's when I started really dropping a lot of Moabs. That's when I became a little bit addicted to dropping the Moab. Just, playing very strategic, spawn trapping, mid-map control, and getting those Moabs. Um, Getting Moabs, getting nukes against players that are pretty good, it's going to take a little bit more map control, a lot of situational awareness, and you're going to have really good hit reg when you get it. But you can see in this gameplay, I'm playing guys that are pretty decent. Obviously, they're not like challenger players. They're not pros or anything like that, but they're the type of players that will definitely buzzkill you, as you can see right there. If you kill one, the other guy was just pretty much coming for the trade, and I feel like when you play against that, that's people that I call tryhards, people that really try. When you're playing pubs, it's always gonna be pretty erratic and everything like that. But one thing I can tell you though, when you're playing against players that are pretty aggressive on the OBJ, I feel like having mid-map control is crucial to controlling them. Because if I go and push up like this, the problem with doing this is that it works if I'm trying to flip it, and it's also bad if like flipping it is not always the best thing to do because it depends like what side of the map do you want. Obviously in standoff you want to have A and B. A and B is just the crucial um, dominant part of this map. So just having A and B is really easier for defense. But you'll see later in this video as I start really getting my groove that eventually you could get up in their spawn and start farming them, and they'll spawn around you and all that. But you got to be really careful. So back to helping out whoever's trying to get a nuke. You can see these guys are definitely trying. Their beam is pretty good. They have pretty good aim, whatever it is. But what I'm trying to get at here is that when you're going for your nukes, for BO7 at least, like I said, man, make sure you have that really good hit reg. You can feel it when you have really good hit reg. It's just like they just drop and there's no delay in the game. It's weird, man. This game has a lot of delay in situations where your latency is high and stuff, so you can feel it. There's always that special connection where you're just like, whoa, I can fry for sure with this. But that being said, obviously it's just like going for your harp and all that. But in this situation, you can see we have B, and they're playing it really strong. So I'm just really trying to make sure this is clear. Trying to get my picks on B, because if they really want to win, they're going to come for the flag. But I do push up right here. And like I said, pushing up, it's good. But the problem with it is that you got to have good streaks. You got to have like the HKDS and all that. And that's where it becomes pretty good. But it's also bad because if you push up, they're going to start spawning behind our teammates. And then if the teammates can't handle that, getting killed in the back, that's when it gets really bad. So in this situation, I'm doing this because I'm trying to get my harp. So I'm up in here, and I'm just being that annoying guy in their spawn, and I'm just gonna be pretty much really annoying. Like, as you can see, this guy has a nuke calling card. He was really looking for me, and I was aware of that. But using the war machine just makes it that much easier, because if you get like 10 kills, 12 kills with the war machine, it's just gonna make that. It's gonna make it really easy, man. So we get the harp right here, and in this situation, I'm just gonna finesse their spawn for a little bit, get a couple more kills with the war machine, and I'm just playing really smart. I know it flipped already, so having looper, sometimes you can step on the flag. You don't have to like step on it forever, because especially if you're not using flag jacket, it's gonna be tough. You don't really want to be that person on the flag a lot. So just stepping on it for like a couple seconds, it really helps. So me having the war machine, I'm gonna go to their spawn right now, get more kills. 13 right here, and with looper, it's just really nice, man. Having UAV, war machine, and the harp. Back to helping out any beginners out there. Um, Just having a good team, man. I mean, just playing with people that you kind of trust. Eventually, you will get it. In this game, the most broken gun obviously is the LMG, and if you use the LMG, the MK 78, and just kind of post up with it, play power positions, you're gonna beam a lot of cats. So whoever's watching this and you've never used the MK78, highly recommend it. Not the most mobile gun, but it's one of those guns that can help you anchor really good. So one thing I've been doing lately, I use the jammer a lot more because I noticed in this game that the jammer, it's I don't know how many you could put on the map, but there was a time where I had like 6 jammers on the map. So when you have 6 jammers on the map, that's bad news because they just don't have any awareness when it comes to the mini map. So in this situation, I'm playing gasoline. Eventually, when you're streaking on a 20, you have to know that there may be someone on their team that's thinking about getting you. You become the objective in their eyes, and that's the problem with being a streaker, being someone that's gonna nuke. You got to be playing a little bit off of your teammates and be that annoying guy. Because if you're in their spawn and they're like, dude, this guy is like 43-1 or whatever. See, you know that guy right there is trying to rush me. Um, you got to be careful. So keep it moving, get like 2 to 3 kills in one area, then move it to the next region of the map, and really focus on controlling that building, that window, or whatever. Just let the kills come to you slowly anytime you're in the 20s, because these guys, like I said, they're pretty decent. If I rush at them like a chicken with my head cut off, obviously I'm probably gonna die. Most likely there's a high percentage of me dying, because if I kill 1 or 2, it doesn't matter because the other guy's just gonna pick me up. So right here we re-roll it, we get another war machine because I'm using looper obviously, and I'm gonna start pushing towards their spawn with the war machine. I see a little bit of red dots on the mini map, and I'm really trying to figure out where the enemies are at. So I'm doing this real strategic, looking for them, and in my mind, I gotta be careful because my teammates are pushed up, and that's when they spawn behind you, as you can see right there. See, so being pushed up, it doesn't always work very well, especially if you're playing against really good players, like players that are actually gonna just play anchor. Um, honestly, man, I feel like with domination, it's all about mid-map control, anchoring 2 flags. Like the most success in domination is always gonna be anchoring. That's kind of why they took it out of the CDL circuit, because once you set up mid-map control, it's over, man. I mean, it just becomes like an anchor game at that point. As long as I've been playing domination, it's all about anchoring. When you play good players, at least. Like, I could be the best slayer, it doesn't really matter, because once I die in their spawn or whatever it may be, it's just gonna take away all the power positions. There's gonna be people leaking through the left or right, so you gotta have a really solid team, real solid. Sometimes you get randoms that just can't hold down areas, and then they're gonna leak through all the flankers, and it just becomes a messy ass game. And that's where you gotta have really good streaks like the HKDS. So right now I'm just kind of not feeling the game because I don't have the HKDS to control the game like I'd like to. It really, like, it's making me a little bit disheartened to play the game because I can't control the map. You know, I can get my streaks and all that, but if I don't have the HKDS, I can't control the map, and it's kind of hard to win every game, you know. So me, I like to win a lot. So I might take a little break. I might go on vacation, and just, I don't know, man. It's not even just the gaming in general. It's just work for me. It's a little bit of stress going on for me right now. I'm kind of like overworking right now, covering a lot of ground because we're understaffed right now, and just going through a lot of things, life things, man. Just you know, I'm always trying to just improve, be a better person. But like I said, man, anybody out there that's new to this video, I'm gonna try and do a little bit more. But you can see I got it right at 200, man. That's right at the buzzer, so I was really happy about that. Got the nuke on their head. Hey, man, GG's. We'll definitely get another one in, and peace out, yo.
Let's go, boys.
Nah, that was a fool, dude. He was trying to get me, bro. I'm telling you, dude. He was trying to get me, dude. That shit was loud. There's this guy, dude. He was looking for me. Hey, you know what's good about the nuke in this one? When it stops the game, like if you just call it at the very end.